In the heart of downtown Los Angeles, a historic hotel hides a disturbing mystery. A young woman vanishes without a trace. Weeks later, her body is discovered in a place no one thought to look, a sealed water tank on the hotel's roof. But the mystery doesn't end there. A viral elevator video, strange behavior, no signs of struggle, and more questions than answers. This is the chilling story of Elisa Lam, a 21-year-old Canadian student whose tragic disappearance and death sparked worldwide fascination and endless conspiracy theories. What really happened to Elisa Lam? Let's go deep into the timeline, the evidence, the unanswered questions, and the theories that still haunt the internet to this day. Elisa Lam was born on April 30th, 1991, in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Her parents, immigrants from Hong Kong, ran a restaurant in the city. Elisa was bright, creative, and deeply introspective. She kept a blog called Ether Fields, where she openly wrote about her struggles with mental health, her love for fashion, literature, and her desire to live life fully. She also suffered from bipolar disorder and depression, something she spoke about with brutal honesty in her blog posts. She described herself as someone who was fighting an invisible battle every day, but still wanted to explore the world, make friends, and experience life beyond the walls of her home. In January 2013, Elisa decided to do something brave. She left her comfort zone and set off on a solo trip to California, her first time traveling alone. Her plan was simple: take a train from San Diego to Los Angeles, visit major tourist spots, document her trip, and stay in touch with her family every day. She promised to call home daily, and she did, until January 31st. That's the day everything changed. On January 28th, Elisa checked into the Cecil Hotel, located in downtown LA's Skid Row, a neighborhood known for poverty, homelessness, and crime. The Cecil Hotel had a dark history. Since it opened in 1927, it had been associated with countless deaths, suicides, murders, and even connections to infamous serial killers like Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker. But Elisa didn't know that. She initially booked a shared room with other female travelers, but after a few days, those roommates complained about her odd behavior, and the hotel moved her to a private room on the 5th floor. No one knew what that odd behavior really meant. Was it just social awkwardness, or something more? Regardless, Elisa continued her trip. She visited bookstores, snapped photos of art, posted on her blog, and bought gifts for her family. Everything seemed normal, until it didn't. January 31st, 2013 was supposed to be a normal day. Elisa visited a nearby bookstore called The Last Bookstore, where she chatted with the owner, bought some books and music, and seemed cheerful and friendly. The store clerk said Elisa was talkative, upbeat, and excited to give gifts to her family. Later that evening, she returned to the hotel. That was the last confirmed sighting of Elisa Lam alive. She failed to call her parents that night. Something totally out of character. Concerned, her family called the police. The LAPD quickly launched a missing person investigation. Flyers were posted. Officers searched her room, the hallways, and the hotel's public areas. But Elisa had simply vanished. A few days into the investigation, the police made a strange decision. They released the last known footage of Elisa, taken from one of the hotel's elevators on the night of January 31st. The 4-minute video immediately went viral. In the footage, Elisa steps into the elevator wearing a red hoodie and black shorts. She presses several buttons, but the elevator doesn't move. Then, she begins acting bizarrely. She peeks out into the hallway multiple times, as if someone is following her. She hides in the corner, steps out again, wipes her hands through the air in strange, unnatural movements. At one point, it looks like she's talking to someone unseen. Her behavior is erratic, fearful, and confusing. Finally, she walks away. The elevator doors close. She's never seen again. The video shocked the internet. Millions watched it, trying to decipher her movements. Was she hallucinating? Running from someone? Playing a game? Theories exploded. Some believed she was under the influence of drugs. Others thought she was having a manic episode. Some even believed she was being chased by a ghost. But no one could deny one thing. Something was very, very wrong. As the investigation continued, attention turned to the hotel itself. The Cecil Hotel had long been considered cursed. From the 1930s to the 1960s, it was known as a place where people went to die. Dozens of suicides occurred there. In the 1980s, serial killer Richard Ramirez stayed on the 14th floor while carrying out his killing spree. Another serial killer, Jack Unterweger, also lived there in the 90s and murdered 3 women. Elisa's case seemed like another horrifying chapter in this hotel's already cursed history. Guests began to complain about something strange. The water in the hotel had changed. It was coming out dark, with a foul taste. Some described it as blackish, others said it smelled strange. And then, 19 days after Elisa disappeared, on February 19th, a maintenance worker climbed up to the roof to check the hotel's 4 large water tanks. That's when he found her.